What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology horoscope for the weekend of July 8th and the 9th of 2023. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. I appreciate you all very much. Thanks for being here as always. Hope you had a great week. Happy weekend. Let's see what's up with that weekend. We're going to see the moon finish up in Pisces on Saturday. It's going to conjunct with Neptune. It's going to quincunx Venus, quincunx Mars. It is going to sextile Pluto. So there's definitely a lot of aspects coming out of Pisces here. And it's also going to trine over to Mercury in Cancer, which, if I'm not mistaken, is very, very close to its ingress, almost. It'll be at 26 and 27, a little bit of 25 degrees this weekend. So definitely getting ready to see Mercury kind of make its ingress. We're starting to see Mercury also oppose Pluto. So we are getting a lot of these Plutonian aspects, and then a lot of this water mixed in too. And then some of that quincunx with the fire. So definitely Moon Neptune sensitive. Again, we're in this Pisces moon. We want to feel, we want to go with the flow of the universe. We don't want to force things too much. It's quincunx Mars though, so we feel like we almost need to force some situation. And you know, it's not about the force, it's just about doing and actualizing the things that feel like they're in alignment with you, and the things that feel creative and, you know, really like a potent level of creativity from a divine place within you. If it doesn't have that feeling and it just feels like a struggle, but you don't have to, that's where you don't have to go any farther. But I think we can almost get into a place where we really need to. But that nice trine over to Mercury is definitely saying, you know, we could have an easy time expressing ourselves, expressing these emotions, maybe working through things that are a struggle, or working through things that we're just trying to maybe understand for ourselves. You know, it's almost like, like I'm really like feeling and getting that like cognitive download from yourself, from the universe, just nice. And it's like the emotion will be able to be expressed. The feeling, the sensitivity will have an outlet through our minds and through our mouth, through communication. So that's very beneficial. And then the moon will come into Aries and kind of just going to do its own thing there. It's not going to make a whole lot of aspects right when it comes into Aries, and it'll definitely bring some fire later in the day on Friday. And I think, you know, with Venus and Mars in Leo and a moon here coming into Aries and building up for the third quarter square on Sunday tomorrow, you know, we're definitely going to feel like things need to get done, things need to happen, gotta, you know, act on some impulses. You know, impulses can come up quick, emotions can strike, you know, and fire can catch real fast. So, you know, maybe some of the sensitivities could lead to that match striking later in the evening, and all of a sudden, you know, we got like a wildfire on our hands. So we don't need to necessarily go that far either. Just got to see whether everything's burning. Like it's almost like controlled burn, you know, is like kind of the key on Saturday. How do you like keep that controlled burn, you know, especially with the sextile to Saturn before it comes in. Things don't need to get too out of control. As we look at Sunday, we do get that third quarter square between the sun and the moon, moon in Aries, sun in Cancer, and it's trying to, you know, again, start to close out the Gemini lunation a little bit here and get ready for this Cancer new moon that's coming up. I think, you know, it's the understanding of the feeling and of your presence and of how you move yourself emotionally. So there's just a lot we can do with it. Some of it's we've been doing too much. Some of it's just like a strain. Some of it's just too impulsive or too, you know, fast, you know. So there is like a something about being mindful of taking a step back. You know, make sure that things feel good before you do it. It doesn't have to be just right now. Like you can kind of check in and make sure that it's like up to par with where you see things going. Make sure that, you know, it really does. I feel like you'll have a really crystal clear understanding of what you identify with on a very deep physical level, on a very deep emotional level, and spiritual level. And it'll come through your actions and your reactions. So I think that Sunday, you know, is a really good day to pay attention to our reactions in life. You know, how certain situations trigger us. We're also going to see the moon meet with Chiron, so that can bring up a wound around these triggering things, and, you know, anger, maybe feeling less than, not enough in some way. So we got to pay attention to that, because that's where the understanding is going to come from this Gemini lunation that we're closing out. Is there's a lot going on between our physical action and our inner feeling and emotion that's really trying to give us the truth, the truth of the matter. So I would say that truth can really come out with this third quarter square, and your reaction will tell you if it's a positive truth or a negative truth. And I think that it's good to note that down and just be mindful. Again, it's kind of like a weekend to be mindful and pay attention, because our actions do speak louder than words right now, I would say. So gotta act with integrity here. You gotta, act from a really true place within you. And I think that this weekend will provide a lot of insight into your foundation, how you move and build from that foundation, what you do with it, and how to ultimately just make life better, make life feel good. Because that's one of the greatest things that we can do, is we can make life feel better. We can make life look better. We can make life better in any instance. But we have to use that creative power, because it's just as easy to create a negative situation or a negative vibration around us. So pay attention to those things. But yeah, that's the weekend for you, and it is the final day this weekend. Mars is going to leave Leo early Monday morning, so we are seeing Mars at that 29th degree today. So it's on Regulus in all of our charts. It'll come and cross over Regulus in transit tomorrow on Monday. But it's a day to find that heart of a lion, to keep moving forward, to keep being strong, to be that regal presence. You are the king and the queen of your being. And as long as you can know that authority, take that authority, and create with that authority, while simultaneously recognizing that other people have that exact same authority. So it's not about rulership over others, it's about the rulership over self, and how you react and respond, and what you do with your feelings and emotions. This is all stuff that's like getting logged by the universe. It's kind of going into the ancestry of your bloodline. So there's going to be another, version of you that's born down the road. And the things we do right now can create really positive, karma or dharma for that line, or we can kind of keep things going. So I do believe too that it's one of those times to like really check ourselves and hold ourselves to a high standard, and know that we're not only creating a life now, but we're breaking trends from the past at the same notion. So love you all very much. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Much love. Peace.